All right. Hello, hello, hello. Happy day after Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Boxing Day. Back with more Mahjong as per usual. So let's get started. Um, I was going to show off a new Mahjong client that I've been trying out, Amatsuki Mahjong. Because I found that on Steam the other day, and it has an English translation. Uh, it's brand new, but it's surprisingly polished for a brand new game. Unfortunately, I am having trouble actually running it on the operating system I tend to use, and OBS, for whatever reason, does not seem to like my microphone on Windows. So that's getting nixed today. Maybe another day. For now, I am happy to just be playing a little bit more in the Jade room. Let's go ahead, drop this one. That's not going to be too necessary. I'm keeping this 9 just for right this second in case I pick up a 7 in here, but like that's going to be going pretty much immediately. This 8's also likely to get dropped, but we'll see on that one. If I pick up a 7, of course, then that could become a very nice shape for us. Yeah, I think I gotta drop that now. Well, shit, now what do I do? I'm gonna drop my pair here. Because I like my chances of getting another pair. I like the efficiency that all these have. I could have also dropped this. I could have. And I probably should have, to be honest, but... Because I guess I don't really need to build off another tile right now. Because I got plenty of groups. It's just I was hoping to get something better than the 7-9. I also wasn't willing to just drop the 7-9 though. That could have been a nice triplet for us as well, but so it goes. There we go. That's something over there now. I don't trust this Reichi. I didn't want to play into Ipatsu, but I didn't really have much safety if I wanted to continue pushing at all. And I do kind of want to continue pushing. Yeah, at this point, this hand's not really going to be coming together in time. Yeah, no. We play this one safe now. We go full safety, just drop whatever they drop. Until here, because now I'm out of options for that. Thank you for passing. I'm so glad that that didn't deal. I was very scared there. Okay. Not a bad start for them. Nothing too amazing here. I could be looking at a Sanshoku if I get something else. If I get that exactly. Because 7-9, 7-8, 8-9. It could work out. It also might just not. This 5 could be good to build off of instead. Give us maybe a better weight. I could get one of these, maybe. But I'd have to get that pretty quickly because they're going very fast. If I pick up a 7-mon, then this might end up just being Pinfu instead of Sanshoku. Through the door. As much as it hurts. I like the ability to make this into 2 separate groups. I was thinking about just dropping the non-red 5, but I don't think that would have been the play. Here... I'm gonna do this. Lean it again more toward the 9, just in case I can get that Sanshoku shape. But if I can't, then I don't worry too much about it. We'll have to see. But yeah, if I pick up a 6-0 here, I just drop the 9. I take the Tenpai. Pick up that. I mean, it's not as good as I was hoping, but you know, it is still something. It's still Richidora. I'll take it. I can see both of these players being willing to drop an 8 at some point. The Shimocha, I don't know about them. I think they'll probably be looking more to just defend here. Come on. Someone wants to drop this 8. Oh well. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Unfortunately, that was my dealership, so I will have to wait for the South rounds to get another. Again, there is a small shot here of a Sanshoku if I pick up something around here. Because I'm looking at this 6, 7, 8, this 6, 7, this 6. Do I think my chances of getting that are particularly good? Nah. But is it possible? Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking for just a second about the possibility of maybe going for a half flush of the pin tiles, but first off, especially now that I have this, obviously not. But like, even then, I would have just needed one more group to really feel comfortable in that, and I would have had to drop this 6, 7. It was not really in the cards for us, in the tiles for us even. So more than likely, this hand is going to be Richi Pinfu. I'll go ahead and drop this, because the 2 is going to be looking a little bit safer than that 4. Mostly just from the Shimocha, but also a little bit from the Toyman, that 1 pin earlier, you know. It's something, but also now Kamicha as well. So I'm glad that I've kept this for safety. I can also go ahead and turn off calls because I'm not going to be able to call any tiles here. I'm really looking for is a 2 or 5 on, leave myself with this nice 3-sided weight. But if I end up getting something in here first, then I'd be fine with that too. Or they can just win. That is how Mahjong tends to go. How do I feel about my Yakuhai? I'll keep him for a second. They're always weird to me because it's like if I have less than 3 of them, then I feel like my chances of actually getting a pair are too low to worry about. If I feel like I have 3 or more of them, then I feel like they're just clogging up my hand and I want to get rid of them. my chances of getting one, I think, are pretty okay if I hold on to them. That said, I'm liking my chances of Pinfu a little bit more here. If I can pick up a 3-pin or a 5-so, I'd be very, very happy. Set up Pinfu. Even if I pick up an east or a north at this point, it might not end up being a triplet. It could easily be a pair. It wouldn't really be Pinfu because of the Yago High pair, but it would be a Pinfu-ish shape. That's not bad at all. Efficiency-wise, I definitely should have kept that. But I wanted to just drop it and keep this much safer tile here. And I'm gonna do the same here. Let myself hopefully pick up a 2 or 5-so. But if I end up picking up the 4 or 7-pin, waiting on the 2 or 5, I'd be happy with that too. It wouldn't be Pinfu, it would still be a Richi, Dora, and a 2-sided weight. I'm good with that. Okay. Tonyao has entered the chat. If I pick up a pair of Naimon, of course it won't be Tanyao. But like otherwise, I'm going Tanyao here. Almost certainly. Alright. So reach Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora. I'm very happy with that. Being on the 4, 7-pin. I think Kamicha here could drop one if they push. I don't really see Shimacha pushing here. So I think my chances are going to be more... It's more likely, I think, for me to just draw the tile myself. Or they can drop that for me. Thank you. Thank you for that one. Didn't hit Ura, but I am very happy with that Mongon to put me back in second. Now, I got my sights set back on first place. 14,300, huh? That's the difference between us. Hi, Cass. How are you? Man, you hate to see that. Getting the second one just after dropping the first. But that's Mahjong. Yo, EB Gaming over there? The Eepster. This hand, it's not really great, but you know what? I'll take a 1-han hand. It's fine. Who needs value? If I can manage to take it, I definitely should have kept that as my winning tile, but you know what? It actually worked out because it would have been harder to get. There we go. That's a good one. You're so right. So I'm really hoping I can win this off the Shimocha here, because that would mean that they're just a Hanemon away. Especially if they happen to drop a 1-so for me. I'll win off you, though. That's fine. Actually, I guess they're a Hanemon away anyway, just because they're Richi. Alright. 10,300 to make up. I think I can do that. I'm gonna try. I like my groups here. It's not really gonna be anything too valuable. It's probably just gonna be Ricci only. Yeah. I don't see any way I can get anything else here. Unless I, like, con on these 8s and happen to hit, not Uridora, but happen to hit Condora, but, like... Eh. But that's fine. Oh, well, I should have thought on that one for just a second. I was not paying attention that it was Dora. I am a fool. But that's okay. What I would love is to be able to pick up a 6-0 or a 1-pin. Leave me on this nice 2-sided weight rather than this champon. Yeah, it's so easy to do. Because, like, I want to take my turn quickly, so I just drop whatever looks the most useless. I'm only looking, like, down here. I have to look all the way up here in order to actually pay attention to the Dora if I don't see it shining immediately. So it can be... It's frustrating when it happens, but very much my fault. I just gotta look up there more. That is one thing I do like about Ricci City, because if I remember right, Ricci City shows the... or it might only do this in, like, beginner rooms, or maybe it was just like this before, because I think it might have changed, actually. But, like, I liked that it, like, at least used to zoom in on the Dora tile before every round. They may have changed that. It does? Okay, cool. I'm not just making things up. Cool. Like, it's so useful. Oh well. Oh well, I didn't need that hand anyway. Ricci only, who needs it? I guess it would have been Ricci or Adora, but... I do wish that they didn't pass me, though. That's my big issue here. But if I can take a dealer Mongon... This is looking like it's probably just going to be Tanyadora. Because got this. I'm certainly not going to be dropping that. Especially now. I can easily call tiles. I'm not calling that one, though. Leaving this sequence chance open a little bit. There we go. That's a nice 6. That's why I didn't want to call earlier. You're so right, Cass. Why didn't I think about that? That worries me. Like, even if it were just the tune, that would be worrying to me just because they're in the lead. They're just trying to push the game forward. But I don't like that they're threatening the Honitsu as well. Alright, alright, alright. If I pick up a 5-mon, then this is a nice 3-sided setup here. I don't like that. You don't believe it? Well, see, if it's not Honitsu, it's probably Chanta. Either way, I don't like them having... I don't like them being able to win this at all. So I don't like this tune anyway. But I especially don't like them having tune and something else. Unless you're saying that somehow they've found a way to have a no Yaku hand with an open Shun. Okay, so I'm waiting strictly on the 5. I'm not gonna reach you here because then I don't like my chances. I didn't like my chances of getting that 5 if I called Reichi. I was just hoping that going Dama would make the Shimocha be willing to, to deal into it if they happen to pick up a 5 at some point, but it would have required them to have actually drawn that, which is a shame. Now, I don't like 1-pin Bandora here, because this looks like a very easy Tanyao. But if I get a pair, a sneaky little Dora pair, then I'd be happy with that. Alternatively, if I get 7-mon. If I get 7-mon, one of these 8s is likely going to be going. This is going to be going. Set up, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora. I'm looking at my opponent's discards. I don't like these over here. 3,400 points. I think they're going for it. I think they're trying for the Kokushi. Or Dora Triplet. That's fair too, frankly. Because trying to go for the Kokushi would be not easy, of course. Notably hard to get. But a Dora Triplet, that's not fantastic either. Unless they happen to hit the Toyman. If they hit the Toyman with this hand, whatever it is, that would be fine for me. I'll reach you. I was thinking about the possibility, holding off, trying to get the Ipeco here, trying to make my opponents a little bit more likely to deal the 7. But I think this player's going to have a tough time actually, keeping it if they draw another. Since they're pushing their hand. This player's got to push. They're in last. So, sadly, no Ipeco today. I was also looking very briefly at the possibility of a 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku, but that's just because I'm a Sanshoku sicko. Unfortunately, this player got their hand, and it was not directly from the Toyman. Blah. So now we're fighting for last place avoidance. Or alternatively, a direct Hanuman off the Shimocha to extend it into the south round, or extend it into west. Actually, no, that wouldn't even extend it because I would just win. 12,000 points, that would put me at 30,000. Somehow, though, I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think that this is just going to be me trying to not lose to this player. And they're trying real hard for a comeback. And again, their discards are telling a story over there. I don't like that they're going Honitsu. It's gonna make any So tiles that pick up just feel so dangerous. 4, 5. I could drop the 8-pin if I want. I think I'm gonna drop this first. Okay, okay, that's helpful. Now I'll be looking at one of these two as my pair. Hope to get a triplet of Souths. Hoping. We'll see if that actually manifests. You definitely dropped a 5 here. It's not going to do anything for you at this point. They really do seem to love, like, it really does feel like Honeydew just happens way too often in the gold room, I feel. Oh, show song, right, I wasn't paying attention. That's enough to extend the game. Okay. Bad news, I'm in last. Good news, West rounds. There's still a chance. I don't know that I would call that nice. I am in last. But I still have a shot. That's what's important. That's what I'm thankful for. Question is, how do I get the value that I need in order to come back here, though? Yeah. That really would have been awful. That definitely would have been worst case scenario. I should drop the 2 there for the possibility of getting an 8-mon, but was not thinking about it. Let's just hope I don't get punished for it. Let's hope I can pick up a nice 3 or 6 pin, get a Pinfu, Dora 2. I'd be very happy with that. Actually, I guess it could be more than that, because 6 pin is the Dora. I gotta hope. Two 6s and a 3 out. I'm discarding these. If I can pick up a 5, though, I'd be so thrilled. Okay, or 3, so. I just need this not to deal in. So it goes. That's Mahjong. Like, I had to try. I meant to press one more match, but oh well. Let's run it back. Let's make this one better. Let's not die. I definitely fought hard there, so thank you, Cass. I tried to do whatever I could. I just couldn't get I just couldn't get any of my hands to work out. But that's just how it goes sometimes. It is always a little bit threatening to see an Akagi. For obvious reasons. Not related to how well they actually play. I'm more threatened by them being an Akagi player than them being higher rank. No, that's not gonna do a thing for me. Do not call opponent that. In fact, I'm not calling opponent. I am turning those off. I'm liking my chances of a cheat toy here. got 5 pairs. I'm not doing it. I'm not keeping the one, so I'm going Chitoi here. We're locking it in. If I can manage to pick up a Dora here, that would be absolutely huge. Let's see, 1 3-pin is out. See, an early 2-pin discard, so they're probably not going for 1. I don't trust the 3 as much. Someone probably has some 3s. I don't like that being discarded so early. Trust that a little bit more than the 2. Get rid of the East. 2 of those out. It could be nice to keep as like a final weight, just to like know that if somebody draws it, they're gonna deal in. But like, actually getting to Tenbai is so difficult with Chitoi as it is. I don't need to make it harder for myself. I really don't trust the 7-mon right now. I feel like 2 of those at least are already in other players' hands. Oh, and I would have had that. Oh, miserable. Miserable and also awful. But that's just how Chitoi is. I'm sure that other players are probably assuming I'm going for a half flush right now with these discards. I'm trusting the 9, so I'm just playing that one for safety. I'm not going to discard the Dora here. Not right yet, anyway. 3-pin's probably next on the docket. I think it is up there. Had Suji over here, of course, was already just discarded flat out from over here. They've dropped the Dora now, so that's safe. I'm gonna say 07 to my chances of actually getting Chitoi with the Dora. Those are out. Y'all, I don't think I'm hitting Tenpai. And also, I think they just... Oh, they were able to call Calm there. Either that or they just ignored a win, which I really doubt.
No.
Okay. Oh, it didn't hit me. I would have liked to have earned some points while I was dealer. I'll get another shot at dealer, though. Surely. As long as no one gets knocked below the 0 before that. Now this hand's looking great. If I could pick up a Force Toe, I'd be real happy. Get that Ipeko. There is technically a shot of Ryanpeko here. Almost certain. I was gonna say almost certainly not happening. But if I get a pair in here, I think I just discard the others and just go for it. I gotta hope, because like, man, Ryanpeko is so much fun, and you never see it. Would love a pair of one of these. Or a 7-pin. If it just decides to give me a 7-pin, I would be so thrilled. Not really reading too much from my opponent's discards right now. More than likely, well, I was gonna say more than likely, I'm just dropping one of these 5s anyway, but that's like if I were getting a pair in here. And honestly, chances are I probably won't. Though, now chances are that I might again, because the 8s are out. And it's either that or get a 5. But by keeping this extra 5, I can now look at dropping the 6. And on a Forza, that would be Pinfu setup. I mean, I think that's just better than this. Because now I'm guaranteed Pinfu at least. I'm still not seeing any Mon tiles discarded over here, which is a little bit worrying. I do like Dobeko. Dobeko is such a dumb name. Thank you, Cass. It's extremely good. Dobeko. Yeah, I think they're going Honitsu. Oh, that's gonna... Well, it just passed recently. I trust it. I trust the 9. I wouldn't trust, like, most any other Mon tile. Actually, yeah, of course it's gonna be pretty safe, because these are out. Or they're not going for Honitsu, and my read is entirely wrong. Which also makes sense with them discarding the honors so early. I think at this point, I just take this. 10 tiles left, I just want to hit Tenpai. So, Tanya, Dora 2. Nothing too special, but I am fine with it. See if I can manage to pick this up in the next 2 tiles. Probably, I wasn't even thinking with that discard. Honestly, I should have looked a little bit more at defense there. I was only focusing on offense, and my brain just shut off. As soon as it left my hand, I realized, like, oh, that's a dangerous tile, actually. Shit. But I'll just have to avoid making that mistake again. These 3. 2 more rounds until I get my shot at dealer again. This hand... Man, you hate to see it. Every time. Every time, Mahjong. This hand, not super thrilled with. I'd love a 6 Mon. A 2 or 4 pin would be great. I could look at a possible Itsuo in here. I don't think my chances of that are real... Yeah, I think those chances are actually just dead. Because I need a 2, 4, and a 6. I was thinking it was just a 2 and a 4 for a second, but like... I'd have to cut out like both of these. I don't want to cut out my red 5. I think I dropped the 1, 3, 5. Because I don't want to drop the Dora. I want some value right now. I want more than just West Wind. Now, if I end up picking up a 4 pin... Well, then I gotta think, do I keep the red 5 and go strictly for the 6, or do I go for the Shanpon weight? I oftentimes just like the middle weight a little bit better. 1 West is already out, so it'd be harder to get that anyway, but also I know that they would just drop that anyway. Okay, cool. I don't really gotta worry about that too much. The real question now... You know what? Let's be a little silly with it. Let's be a little silly with it. There is a small possibility of a 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku. I don't know that that's necessarily happening. But I'm looking at the possibility of getting something next to one of these, making a Pinfu. I'm looking at, like, if I get a 6, I could swap out this 9, make it Tanyao. Of course, the 6 could just go with the 5 as well for Pinfu, so probably won't be the case there for swapping out the 9, unless I also pick up a 4. This way, I'm avoiding the chance of the West Wind just being in the dead wall. And I have the Sanshoku chance. You know I gotta go for the Sanshoku chance. Thanks to you believing, Cass, I'm sure it's gonna happen. We're gonna see it happen right here. I'm gonna pick up a 4-pin this turn, and then we're gonna get 3-mon immediately after. We're gonna get 3-mon immediately after. Thank you, Cass. Turn on the auto run. Okay, so not immediately, but... Come on, come on, come on. Hit me with the 3-pin. You know you wanna... Not 3-pin, 3-mon. I don't think it's too unlikely for my opponents to discard it, especially the Toyman up here. Come on. You know, close. You're almost there. That's almost the tile I need. Just a little lower. Okay, thank you for not calling that. Come on, I believe. 2 tiles. I'm sure it's definitely gonna happen right here. Give me the Hote. Nah. Nah, 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 nah. Expecting opponents to drop the Dora for me. It wasn't too likely. But... Thank you for blessing it anyway, Cass. Thank you for getting me Tenpai. This hand's looking like it's probably just going to be a Ricci only. But I can hope to draw like a 6-pin and maybe make this into a Pinfu. Huh. We're going to go Tanyao at least. Question is this going to become Chitoi? And if it is going to become Chitoi, then I might go back on this becoming Tanyao. Take care! Thanks for stopping by! That 3 is not too fantastic. I also don't like this over here because it really screams Honitsu to me. It screams that they're going for a half flush. I'm going to say no to the Chitoi. We're going to go ahead and drop that. Next, we're going to look at dropping this 8 and have Pinfu set up going for either a 6-9 or a 4-7. Unfortunately, with this player threatening the Honitsu, I would have to drop either the 5-so or the 8-so. And both would have been dangerous. Went to Delta Inn apparently, but I was worried about them. This hand does not inspire much confidence. A 2-pin would be good. Obviously. Other than that, I'm mostly just looking for tiles next to these. I might just be going for Yakuhai only. It's probably going to be Yakuhai Dora. Yeah. They'll drop one of these. At this point, it might not be Yakuhai if I get a 7 mon or like a 6 or 8 so. Yeah, this hand doesn't inspire me with much confidence at all. Blah. Blah. Gonna discard this before it gets dangerous. I just, you know, 3s are always going to be a lot more dangerous than something any more inside than that, or like any more, I guess, outside than that, literally. So like the 8s, I would trust the 8 mon later on, typically more than the 3. So I wanted to get rid of that 3 earlier, but it ended up not really much mattering. Do I go efficiency here? Yeah, I think I do. I think that's fine. I was thinking about also dropping this and just leaving this as like, you know, a group that can use either the 2-pin or the 4-pin rather than 1-pin, 2-pin, 4-pin. And leaving myself a nice safe tile in the south. I don't think that 3 does anything for me. To be honest, I'm not liking my chances of winning this hand. I should also just turn off calls. There's no reason to have those on here. I can't take them. If this game gives me 8 so or 4-pin, I'd be very happy. But hello, how you doing, Will? Good to see ya. You're super duper rooting for me, so I'll have to make sure to win this hand. This hand that I don't have any confidence in until now. Until now that you've shown up. I'll get the next one. Mahjong is going today. I'm getting a lot of like the last match I had was I was doing pretty okay until the very end. I just couldn't manage to get a win at all. But I wasn't dealing in much, and then you know, end of the game happened. The player that was deep in last got a huge win to overtake me. And then I was fighting for third, and I just couldn't make that. And this round, or this match, I'm also struggling to actually complete a hand. But scores at least are kind of close, and here I do really... Oh, god damn it. Every time that you discard an honor tile, the game is going to give you the same honor tile afterwards. It's just the way Mahjong is. And it's horrible every time. What was I gonna say? Right, so I'm the dealer. I get extra points here. I would like to be able to win this hand. This is where I gotta make my comeback. Drop that. Quit calling my tiles. I'm trying to drop those early before my opponents need them, and yet they need them already. I think I will chi this. I'll force an all simples hand. So this is just going to be all simples, Dora 1. Small little 2-Han hand. But the big thing is making sure that I stay dealer rather than letting these two win. Now I will need both a 6-pin and a 6-mon, two very specific tiles. We'll see if I can actually pick those up. It's going to be a... Thank you. I was about to say that's going to be the hard one to get because the player to my left is going for a half flush, almost certainly. It would have been very hard to have picked up that 6 otherwise. Do I want to try... It's typically better. But you know what? I'm going to do this. Because 1-4 is already out over here. And frankly, frankly, I tend to just trust the middleweights a little bit more than Shanpon's. But it didn't much matter what I went for there because their hand was just quicker. Okay, this is a hand that I'm actually pretty happy with. This hand can do something. This is an easy Pinfu hand. Possible all simples if I could pick up a 4-mon. Possible mixed triple sequence, 3, 4, 5. I'd have to find another pair. But I could do that. Hmm. 3, 5, 7. Get rid of that. A little bit lower chance of the Sanshoku. I already don't actually think that the Sanshoku is likely to happen anyway. I still could, theoretically. I'm not keeping that only because I discarded those 9s already. Unfortunately, I would have had that 7, 8, 9, but so it goes. I would love... I'll discard that. If I get a 6-0 or a 4-mon, I could guarantee all simples and call tiles. But at the same time, well, hang on. Because it looks like it's going to be that anyway. Alternatively, I just drop these. And I think I probably do this. Instead of all simples, I'm going for Ricci only. So I need to drop, or I need to pick up a 1 or 4-mon, or a 6 or 9 says specifically. Or a 2-mon now, or a 3-ped. I'm expecting this player to be going for another half flush. Like, they seem to like their half flushes. I kind of trust waiting on the 3-pin here if that ends up being the case, because, like, you know, between this 2 and 4, it looks like they're going to be one to drop a 3, even if they are not actually going for a half flush. But to be frank, they probably are anyways. Actually, that read probably doesn't much matter. I'm just feeling comfortable with the 3-pin. As a possible final weight. And them now having dropped that 3 means that this is safe for me. So if I end up being able to call in like a 6 though or something. Hang on. That's interesting. I need some value. I'm calling it. I gotta hope for Ura. Because I didn't hit the regular Condora. Oh, I don't trust that 6 is the thing. I'm gonna trust it though. I gotta. No. Deserved. I am also a fool. I thought I was in last place, and I wasn't. I was thinking that because I was in last place, that I needed to just try and push with that. But I wasn't in last place, so I didn't need to try and push with that. Y'all, I don't think I'm made for the Jade Room today. I think my brain is not in it. Oh. So right now, I just want to get I just want to focus on last place avoidance here. I want to try to get something off of this player, preferably, or if I get just a decent sized hand and can pass them, I'd be happy with that. I'm suffering. Okay, it's a small hand. I'm still over 10,000 points behind, but it's a small hand. Also, if I hit the player to my left, if I hit Kamicha here with just a Mungon, then that would be able to extend it into the West rounds, as long as nobody passes 30,000 in the last round. Right now I'm looking at this hand, I'm thinking my best bet is probably going to be Chitoi. I would have had another possible Sanshoku chance. 1-2 here, a 1-2 here, a 1-2 here. Sanshoku is just not in the cards for me today because I keep ruining it. Okay, these tiles are making me very suspicious. Yeah. This is definitely going to be a Chitoi situation. I like being able to possibly wait on this 9-pin. First off, it's a 9. More players going to be more likely to drop it anyway. Second off, I have 2 of the 7s. It's going to be much harder for opponents to make a 7, 8, 9 out of that. Yeah, I definitely just dropped that. Maximize my chance of actually getting to Tempai rather than worrying about a safety tile just yet. Especially when I already had one in the... well, in the 1-pin and now the green dragon as well. Come on. Give me 5 so. Give me 5 so, give me 4-pin. If you give me the red 5 so, I will take that as a sign that we can win this, that we will come back. I don't trust that white. Two 9s are out. Now that 2 of them are out, I think it is probably worth just dropping this. I don't trust this from the Toyman, and I also don't want to drop it. So, I don't want to drop it later, because I don't trust it from them. I didn't want it to be my final tile, because I've already dropped one for a 10. That would be bad. That's why I wanted to drop that rather than 9 there. God. I'm trusting the 3 so. I'm dying. Oh, this is not going well today. I had a hope for one of the red fives was my thought there. So it's all last. How do I not come in last place here? If I get a Mongon across for me, I survive. If I get a Hanemon from either of these two, if I get it off the player to my right, I survive. If I get it off the player to my left, I extend the game. And that would be the best situation, I think, even if I would stay in last. The points would be pretty close. And it could be possible to not just avoid last, but take first. It does, again, require me to hit this player with a Hanemon. How am I going to get a Hanemon with this hand? Because I could see, like, Richi Pinfu. Uradora pair. Just get lucky. I'm gonna drop this since it's safe from the Toyman. I'd still be able to pick up a 2-pin here if I want that Pinfu chance. Could be Tonyao. I trust the one, so I don't actually think that they're going to be going for that with that very early 3 discard. So I wanted to discard that before anything else, since I didn't want it to become more dangerous. The Chun I don't trust. However, it had to go because I'm in last. And I need to push. It's unfortunate having to drop that after this triplet of ones. Drop that. I'll force Tanyao. I gotta trust this. And it deals in, and that's game. Yo. This one was exhausting. That's about all I gotta say there. I think I'm probably done with Mahjong for today after 2 massive L's. Yeah, I think well, hang on. You know what? Just as a bonus, 3-player East. It's quick. It's something that I have to think about a little bit less. This might be a little bit more my speed today. But after this, I think I'll be done for the day. Just waiting on one more player. Come on, you can load in, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. I know I've been this player that's taking forever, though, before. Like, I've had... When I was running this on Windows, through the browser, a lot of times it just would take forever to load. And now that I'm on Linux, if I use the standalone version rather than the Steam version, that also has some issues, but we got him. Drop this. This is probably just going to stay triplet of 4s. Look for a 3-pin here. Not worrying too much about the dragons. Okay. Okay. That's something. That's going to be able to possibly help me to keep my dealership. I'd like to drop this then. These two don't need to call that. I love a 6-pin. I love a 3-pin. Either way, the other side definitely goes. In fact, at this point, I think... You know what? I think I'm going to trust the 3-pin a little bit more here. Start with that just in case I pick up the red 5. And then if I do, I could just swap these out. But at least before that second 3 discard, I trusted 3s more. Now I'm a little bit less sure, but I kind of just gotta go with it. I mean, this is just safe. Just drop that. Don't worry about the south wind right now. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. Just thank you for not dealing in. Oh, wow. Oh. It wasn't me who was hit. That's the big thing. Not too thrilled with this hand. If I can pick up a pair of Dora... And that's what I'm looking at. Because, like, even if I end up on a Tonky weight, going for just, like, another 9 to complete a pair, that could be worth holding on to. Because this is 3-player, I think these opponents are likely to still drop that 9. Especially now, though, of course, I'd have to hit Tempai first. Though really also, if I pick up a 7-pin, then this is just going to be Pinfu anyway. In fact, yeah, this is just... well, now it's not going to be Pinfu, but... I definitely drop this. The question was if I call Reach here or not. And I kind of... Oh, that hurts. In 3-player, I like my chances of improving the weight a little bit more. So now I'll take the Shampoo, go for the 6-pin, 7-so. I feel like if the Toyman picks up a 7-so, they're likely to drop it. It's Suji to their 4, so they probably don't need it. Okay. So Reach Dora 2, it's not huge, but let's see if I hit Ura. Okay, 1 Ura. That is not bad at all. Catches me right up here and ties us up, putting me in first because of seed order. And pair of whites. Right this second, I want to believe. It's not going to happen, to be frank. Like, I have too many groups. I don't see myself getting rid of too much useful stuff. I think the best this can end up as is just like a triplet of one of these and a pair of another. Or maybe 2 triplets and then I can get like, you know, something else in here later. But, eh. You don't want that. That's right. Okay, okay. Ishanten. I'll drop the 9 because I don't quite trust the south. It's got bad vibes. Because normally you would have seen it by now. That's the best tile I could have gotten. Now the question is, do I want a 3-sided weight? Or am I worried about the south? And to be frank, I'm stupid. Listen, I believed in my heart of hearts that the South could come up for me, and not for them. That they would be waiting on it. And that I was very, very, very smart and wise, and let me tell y'all, I'm not. So, that's Mahjong for today. Thank you for joining. When am I probably gonna be up for next time? I'm thinking probably like next Thursday at like 3? Probably? Maybe? But either way, thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all later. Take care.